Here's the parking area here at Partridge Point. Just a beautiful view right over there. The road on the way in is very, very rough. So if you have a low-lying vehicle, proceed with extra caution. Drive slow, be careful. And now we're gonna start walking out to find some fossils. Rob, what's the goal? What are you gonna find?
I'm gonna find a blastoid.
Okay.
I'm shooting for a blastoid.
A small blastoid or a large?
I don't care.
Okay. I'm going for a crinoid calyx or a large blastoid or a trilobite. I found a trilobite here one time.
Yeah, that's rubbing it in. I've yet to find a trilobite.
The first time we came here together, I found that calyx that y'all maybe I'll throw the thumbnail for that video on screen where we put Rob's pouting face on there along with the find. It was
He found it in like 5 minutes being on the beach, and I've never found one like that either. So
I have a feeling today, he said he felt optimistic coming in, so I think there's a good chance Rob's gonna blow me out of the water today with a crazy find. We'll see what happens. All right, we're about to take our first steps onto the Devonian ocean floor of 390 million years ago. This specific location is the Thunder Bay limestone Devonian age. It's way lower than I've ever seen it.
yeah, the water's super low this year.
Wow. Yep, all below us right here. Look at these limestones full of Devonian fossils. Sometimes not so much right here where you walk in, but they get more fossil packed as you walk on down the beach. But man, it couldn't be a better day.
No, this is beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Ducks swimming out there?
Is that ducks over there? Hey, buddies.
They're ducks or mergans or something. Some sort of waterfowl.
It looks like there's some rain way in the distance, but I think we're safe for a while. That is nice. Wow, I can't believe how low it is. I have not ever seen it this low here personally. Be able to walk out in the water a lot and look, that'll be fun. Some of the rocks here are just packed with fossils. Look at all the crinoid stems in there. That might even be a partial blastoid right there. From what I can tell on the texture, there's bryozoans, singular crinoid stems. You can see where a longer crinoid stem was right there. There's a pretty decent section of one right there. There's a bunch of them probably from the same crinoid that popped apart. Bryozoan. All kinds of really cool stuff in the rocks here. But I'm going to be looking for singular loose fossils in the gravel. The water is just crystal clear and beautiful right now. And very cold. I can feel it through my boots how cold the water is. Everything's covered in a layer of scum, so you're kind of looking for shapes. Oh yeah, that water's cold. I saw that shape there. Thought maybe something, but just a rock. But too bad it is all covered in scum. But you got some little cleaner areas. Like I said, shapes out here is what I'm going to be looking for. You can see that clay down there exposed in certain places. I've done very well previously trips here, walking slowly in this stuff. There's a little bit of crinoid cross sections and things there. I see something really nice staring back at me, y'all. Oh, look at that blastoid. It's a little bit beat up right there, but otherwise in incredible condition. I'm just gonna have to get it brushed off a little bit and get that scum off of there. But that is very nice sized blastoid. The sea bud, as they call it. That is awesome. That was just sitting there. See, I was talking about that shape though. You throw it back down. You can kind of tell that shape right there. That is a beautiful fossil. That was one of my goals today, and it happened very quickly. So now I must raise my expectations and find some more. Rob's flying his drone. Maybe I won't steal any of his drone shots. I'll let you watch his video to find them. I can show the screen though, right? We can see what's going on.
Yeah. We're right here where the H is. Hit record.
That's awesome.
Oops.
Very cool. Where you at? You're over that way somewhere?
We're gonna be coming over here pretty soon. I'm up 159 feet.
Oh, wow. I hear it.
Right
There it is. Alien invaders. We got some crinoid stems looking back at me. Cool little ones. The little side stems coming off there. There's a little one right there. There's a little bit bigger one. They get pretty big here in some cases. It's this one here. That's a small fragment. But they are very pretty, very well preserved. They just pop out of these rocks over time. Look at that stem caked down there in the rock. Pretty one. Looking very closely in here. It's also very, very slippery. Oh, there's a crinoid stem. Another pretty chunky one. There's a little bit of a breeze, but luckily it's not too bad today. Or else the ripples would make it impossible to look, but not too wavy or nothing, so that is nice. It's actually very calm. There's a really neat coral there. Some sort of tabulate coral, tube coral. You can also probably hear Rob's drone following me. There's a little crinoid stem. Oh, just a little tiny one. Some more coral there poking out. Let's see. Sure is. Oh, wow. That's cool. Probably from the same coral that got busted up around here. Look at the detail on that. It's just immaculate. Let's see. So those crinoid calyxes, we're looking for round. They are the top of the stem, what the stem would go to. Basically the head. And so, one of those today would be incredible. But I'm happy finding any fossils regardless. It's nice to give yourself something to aim for. Here's more of those corals, a bigger chunk of them combined. Might be a little scummy. You can see the cross section there. That's pretty neat. Throw that down. It's got interesting shape to it. Maybe a busted brachiopod or something. There's a cool piece there with a crinoid stem sticking out. And all the bryozoan in there and everything. Some of these are really cool little display pieces. Just showcasing that Devonian ocean floor. I think I see a fairly large stem popping out. Oh yeah, it's a nice long section. A little bit longer than typical. This rock's got all kinds of cool stuff going on. Just loaded with crinoid stems and bryozoan. Ancient sea life. I'm always waiting to flip a rock over like that and just find a trilobite sitting in it. Look at that side, you can barely tell because it's just scummed. Really neat to see them all caked in like that. There's a couple nice crinoid stems sitting close together. Let me know what I'm missing, y'all. I mean, I'm missing a lot. I couldn't possibly pick up all the fossils. There's a fossil in every single rock. It's fossil paradise. That's for sure. Still on the hunt for my crinoid calyx. I think I can find one today. But saying that might be my downfall. Little bit of fossils in there. Nice big chunky crinoid stem. Slow and steady wins the race in this location, my friends. I just make passes back and forth over areas that look good. Make sure you get different angles on everything. You can see just how vast the area is to look here. There's Rob for scale. I mean, you've got all the shoreline, tons of pockets of gravel, the water, and for quite a ways around the curve even, there's more fossils over that way. Plus the water's lower than I've ever seen it, as I said, so that's exciting. Gives you that much more room to look. But look right below me. Tons and tons of rocks. Some that look like maybe people have busted open looking for stuff. But there's so much just sitting in all these little pockets that you can stay very busy looking real close. And look at the little crinoid stem sitting loose right there on top of that rock. Just a little one. That's pretty neat. This gravel here, I mean, you can take your time and look close right through here.
A little bigger one.
Crinoid stem there in Rob's hand. I mean, you can just...
Brachiopod.
Oh, yep, there's a little brachiopod in the rock there. They're pretty small here a lot of the time, the brachiopods. Oh, that's more of a complete one there. Let's see. Oh, there's a little crinoid stem there. This right here looks a bit like a stromatoporoid, a sponge from the Devonian. Some of that detail's poking out there. Not so much on the rest of it, but that is neat to see. Oh, there's a brachiopod there. A little bit bigger one. A little bit sun bleached. Been sitting out for a while. And you got your little modern shells. There's a little crinoid stem. Oh, it's loose. On its way to working itself out of the rock. It just needed a little extra push from me. Pretty cool to see in there. Fossils loaded in the rocks. Way up high. Away from the water now. Not terribly far, I guess, but just covering all the bases. You can see Rob there looking real close to the ground. That's a productive way to search here. Just get right up on that gravel because these fossils are pretty small. So it's a little bit easier to spot them if you're willing to get down and dirty. Well, my friends, it appears I have another blastoid right there. Oh yeah. Hello. That one's a little bit more worn out than the other one, but it's still very nice. About the same size too. That's awesome. I will happily accept that. Actually, if you get close, there's some nice detail there. A little bit of matrix right there on it. Kind of neat to see. That is so awesome. Old sea bud from the Devonian. Well, Rob got himself something real cool right there. He got a blastoid. Check it out. It's a very nice one. It's got a little bit of a brachiopod attached to it there too.
I'm very, very happy with that. It needs a little cleaning up maybe, but...
Just a little cleaning, but the detail's great on there.
Kind of perfect.
Wonderful condition.
Is it raining?
I felt a little drop, yes.
It's raining. Darn it.
There you go.
All
Well,
right.
that's 3 blastoids already today.
And the rain can't get us down.
Oh, I got a rain jacket on. I'm ready. Bring it on. Now, is this the blastoid zone? You're not far from where I just found that last one.
That's why I came down. You said this is where to find them, so...
Yeah, it seems like this general area, like it, somewhat in the water, little puddles. And then you look for that seed shape down in there. A lot of times they're covered in that scum. But that's great.
Crinoid stem.
Got a nice crinoid stem right here as well. Ugh. Lovely detail on it. Let's see the one Rob got.
Whose is bigger?
Oh, yours is. Mine's longer though. Oh, there's another one right there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Here's a big old crinoid stem right there. It's the longest one I've found so far today. It's got a little scum on it, but it's pretty nice. And there's another piece right there. We are working our way along the beach. Once we get around that corner over there, you kind of get to an area where there's a lot more big, clean plates of rock that they call death plates that are just covered in crinoids and all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll be taking a close look at that stuff over there as well. But until then, just walking slow. Make sure we don't miss anything cool loose in the gravel. Check this out. I flipped this over. It was just scummy on the other side, but it had a particular shape to it. Turns out it's an insanely massive coral. A big giant horn coral. Oh, that's really cool actually. That thing is huge. Wow. Kind of wonder what it would be like inside if you cut it open. That is massive. Yeah, look, that's what I saw. All that scum just sitting on it. I thought it was just going to be a rock. That's really neat. There's a crinoid stem hiding out right there. Oh, nice one with some stems coming off the side. Oh, little waves coming in. Just a little bit, little tiny ones. Pretty cool right here. Tons of bedrock exposed, as you can see. Then you got these little low spots where the clay is exposed. I can feel how soft it is when I step in it. Probably a good place for fossils to erode out of, so I'm being extra careful looking right through here. Yeah, that's all clay right down in there. It turns to solid Devonian rock real quick right there. There's a nice stem right there. Very cool. These little stems sticking out. Just a small little fragment. Is looking way too good right here for there not to be a blastoid. It is just so beautiful out here. You can see Rob there in the distance, crawling around. That's the way. We got some rain over that way. Mostly sunny skies though. Oh, got some rain maybe behind us too, so. Still got my rain jacket on. It'll probably come back through. I'll pop the hood on and stay dry, and then it'll be sunny again. That's kind of been what it's been doing the last few days. Very short periods of rain and then sun. Many different types of days in one day. The amount of stems in this little area is just crazy, y'all. Look at all these. I mean, you can just see them all in there. Tiny fragments of them just loaded. So my question is, where are the calyxes? There's some bryozoan there. This is definitely the most crinoid stems I've seen. There's one that's split in two. Just crazy. This clay is right here below the surface too, which is where they're all coming out of. But yeah, look at that. Everywhere you look, there's a stem. There's a stem. There's a stem. There's a stem. There's another one. Oh gosh, it's just crazy. This would be a fun spot to sift. I believe that's the top of a stromatoporoid. It's a sponge from the Devonian. They get that bumpy texture. Pretty neat. Look at that crinoid stem hiding down there. Oh, it's just, where'd it go? I think it was just a small fragment of one, I guess. Picked those two up a second ago. See that clay down there in between the rocks? I think that's why there's so many right here. Oh, look at that long, nice long one right there. That's cool. And this one. That one's got little stems coming off the side. This one there. And this one. There's a blast. Check out this guy that just went hopping. Beautiful frog. Look at the pattern on him. See how close he'll let me get. Oh, there he goes. What a cool little dude. See if he'll let me get close. I don't think so. Beautiful pattern. Oh, I bet he's gonna jump again any second, right? No, he's not jumping. He's just hanging out now.
All right, we're doing a dual clip here. I just found a crinoid calyx, well, part of one. The other one that I showed you would be this kind. That's the little things around the outside. Do you know what those things are, Kyle?
I'm not sure what they're called. It's where the feeding arms would have been coming out, though.
Okay. I didn't even know what their function was. So,
Interesting.
anyhow, that's the best one we found so far, which is not very good.
Yep. Just a partial. Well, at least it's a piece. Cool. We are starting to get to the section of the beach with more of this kind of thing, these death plates. Look at the Phenistella bryozoan. That's that lacy bryozoan that you see there. Then you got a brachiopod in the rock, and of course crinoid stems. Some crinoid stems through there. These are really fun to look at. There's always interesting stuff. Surprisingly, I can't remember ever really finding like a big blastoid or anything sticking out of them. But I feel like it should be possible. Look at all those crinoid stems there. Oh, look at that beautiful bryozoan on the back side. Just gorgeous. Usually I'll collect a couple smaller death plates that I enjoy while I'm here just to have as display along with other Devonian fossils. Kind of gives some cool context to the ocean floor. There's a big crinoid stem right there. Nice one. I would love to find a blastoid or something out of this because I bet the preservation would be amazing. But yeah, these plates are picking up a lot. I mean, they're all over right here and they extend quite a ways. I mean, we're actually not even to the main spot I think about when seeing these things, but also with the water lower, I think we're getting a better look. It's got some stuff in there. How about a trilobite? That's what I want to find in one of these. Well, here comes the rain.
Yep.
Kind of looks like a little bit bigger cloud this time too.
Bigger raindrops this time.
Might last a little bit longer than our previous little rain stints, but that's fine. We are currently on some major bedrock right here. A little bit more wave action. I remember finding some nice stems through here, so I'm gonna be looking closely down at this gravel. The rain makes it a little tough where it's dry because it gets this speckled look. So you almost want it to get fully wet before it's easier to look again. Just when you think you can't find rocks that are more loaded than the previous ones, you do. Look at all the stems in there. Just all scattered around. It's so neat. Of course, we got a beautiful flower here too. But yeah, there's some pretty long segments stuck in these rocks. It'd be something to see one go up to a calyx one of these days, but they're real beat up through here. So it's probably very unlikely. Speaking of calyx in the rock. Oh yeah, that's partial calyx right there.
Pretty good detail on it.
Yeah, that's actually really pretty. So that's that same one you found earlier, Rob.
Right.
That just had the, you could see those circles or those oval shapes there.
Yep.
Something going on there, maybe.
I was thinking the rest of it just in the rock, but it does look kind of broken.
Yeah, it looks like it's busted, like a flat surface.
There's that.
Yep, see those brown
things.
spots? That is those right there. Most likely where those feeding arms would have come out at. If I can bust half of this off without breaking the piece of calyx, I might take it. And a rock here, there's another partial crinoid calyx right there. Yep. Another partial in the rock. Very cool. I am trying to find the right piece to bring back to Rob's as well. I've never tried to stick this stuff in acid for a short time, but Rob said he's got some acid, muriatic acid. And I'm just curious to see if it makes this hash in here more visible. Like, look at the long crinoid stems there and bryozoans, and look at this side. I might just take this one and try it out. or if I can find one a little more interesting. But that's cool to see that crinoid calyx bit right there as well. I am on a roll with these fragments of crinoid calyxes in the rock. There's another one. It doesn't look like they're full. It's like they're flakes off the heads. Look at the nice stem there. That's a cool piece with the bryozoan. So, needless to say, I need to spend some more time right around here looking for more of these, because if there's a whole one in the rock somewhere, that could be incredible. There's a horn coral. That's pretty cool. A lot of spiders under these rocks. It's neat. I haven't seen a lot of horn corals in the rock right here, so that's pretty fun. Some stem down there, cross section of it. Some bryozoan there. A lot of stuff going on. Here's something I don't see a lot out here. A very large brachiopod in the rock. Don't see them that big at this location very often, so that's pretty sweet. It's a spirifer. Here is a very nice large crinoid stem there. Still raining on us pretty good. And been picking up, well, you saw a couple of these, but this is a big crinoid calyx in the rock there. Either that's the top or the bottom busted off, and whatever else is in there, probably still in the rock. So I'm gonna phone a friend and see if I can get that prepped out. I do not have the tools for that, but I know folks who do, specifically Theo up in Montana. Y'all have probably seen his channel. I'm gonna send him a picture of that and see if he'd be willing to give it a shot. But yep, cool stuff. And the longest rain we've had.
And the hardest rain.
Check out this beauty right here. A gorgeous monarch butterfly. I just can't believe how pretty it is right here. You can see all the cracking going on in these rocks. Freeze and thaw. Then waves and ice in the winter push them up here. You get these piles. That's what's nice about up here. Is a lot of wave action on certain windy days, plus the ice in the winter. Just kind of replenishes sites like this. Makes it so you can come back again and again, and there's a lot of fossils still. There's always going to be a lot of fossils here. This place is just rich with it. A lot of happy creatures in the Devonian. This is a lot of fun. Check this out. So obviously, all the rocks are just full of some nasty scum out here. But that only grows on the top. So when you flip rocks over, look at this. Some of these I flipped out. Look at all the stuff in there. I mean, it is just a mash of cool fossils. Look at that. Brachiopod, sponge pieces, crinoid stems. I mean, every rock you flip over right here is just loaded with that stuff. That is even a little piece of a trilobite right there. Here's another piece I had picked up. Can you imagine flipping one over and just finding a calyx or something? Look at all that stuff. Certain ones have a ton of bryozoan, and certain ones have a ton of crinoid. It's really neat. I don't know if this is gonna have anything. Yeah, it's more like a, well, it has some stuff. More like a blob though of limestone. These flat, thin rocks though. That one's more weathered. That one as well. Well, Rob found himself a pretty nice calyx here. Look at that. Some very nice details still on there. That's excellent. I think that'll look great cleaned up, Rob.
I want to
Nice
find the one with the five-pointed star on the top of it.
Oh yeah.
Those are so cool.
Those are my favorite.
Still haven't found one, but I'm still looking.
It'll happen one of these days.
Oh, I got a calyx and a blastoid. It's been a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty neat. Look at this log over here. Rob and I were admiring it, saying it looks like someone put a plant pot on there, but it's just naturally growing out of there. Trying to get some life in there again. It's really pretty.
Just found another blastoid.
That's 2 each, isn't it?
It is. Yours might be bigger, but I don't really care about size as much as the quality. I hope that one's broken. Is that broken?
I don't think so.
No, it's just sort of squished.
That's
I think
nice.
That's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Oh, well, I'll take that. What's the end look like?
Oh, there's a nice detail on there.
Alrighty, just sitting right here, right out in the open.
That's awesome. Well, everybody, if you're watching this video, hopefully you've already seen the other 2 videos that I made with Rob while I was here in Michigan. This was day 3, and this is our last day together. So I'm heading out tomorrow, and then have a few more days in Michigan until I head my way back down south. By the time you see this video, I'll probably have been back down south for quite a while. But we appreciate y'all coming along on these adventures with us. If you haven't seen those videos, go check them out, of course. And of course, if you haven't seen Rob's videos yet, go over to his channel, Michigan Rocks, and check out his videos. He does tons of incredible rock hunting videos here in Michigan. So thanks for watching, y'all, and we'll see you in the next one.